All right, I got a call for help on one of our most basic needs in the world, and that is the dryer is not drying. So I suspect that there's something going on with the venting of the dryer. This is a commercial dryer in the neighbor's unit, and I told her I would come check it out for her. So let's just see what we find. First of all, let's open the door and check the dryer screen. I know this is a simple thing. It actually seems pretty clean. Now, let's get a little more serious and we'll remove the dryer so we can get access to the back. Just see what's going on there. I have a feeling that we're going to find a fire hazard. Okay, once you get to the back of the dryer, you want to look in the hole. Oh, it's surprisingly clean out. Oh, but the pipe is broken. So I was expecting to find lots of this completely plugging the dryer vent, but I didn't. So now I got to figure out why it's really not drying. I wonder if the element went out. So I'm going to pull the pipes out and just see if they're completely clogged. So looking in the back here, it looks like we're going to have to move the washing machine as well to get access to the dryer vent, which goes around the corner and out. And do remember that this is all fire hazard, so we got to clean this up. Thankfully there's a broom right next to all those cobwebs. We'll sweep those up. Let's get this off my hand. As I suspected, I think this might be clogged. Yeah, this is not the greatest venting system I've ever seen. Oh boy. You got to kind of be fearless and just reach in there. There's no mice or anything, but you got to pull out all the fire hazard all the way to the outside. I'm sure this is why the dryer was not drying very well. It just can't breathe. It needs to exhaust all its. Look down there. Wow, I got to clean this out. It's quite a bit. Okay. So I'm going to take a few minutes and see if I can clear this and then turn the dryer on and see if we can make it dry. All right, so we got our dryer installed back against the wall. We got our ducting all hooked back up and routed. I cut a little bit off of this so it goes a little further. One thing I should mention is you should not use corrugated dryer venting. You should definitely use metal, and you should use a smooth wall like what's back up in there. The corrugation attracts lint and creates a blockage. You can see I got a big old huge pile of lint out of the dryer vent. And another tip you should do too, if you got your wash machine out, is just to check the condition of your hoses. I replaced these, I don't know, 6 months ago. But if there's any cracks in your supply or your supply hoses, hot or cold, for your wash machine, that will split probably when you're not home, and it'll create a flood and a big mess. So, all right, we got our dryer vent hooked back up. Let's put a couple quarters in this thing. I think it takes 75 cents. And shut the door. And let's make sure it works. How do you turn this thing on? Press start. Okay. So it's drying. See, the thing is going around. Let's resume cycle, and let's go outside and see what's coming out the vent and how hot the air is. Okay, so now we're outside the house, and you can see that the dryer vent is blowing. Oh my goodness. I loosened up a bunch of the fuzz, and it piled up outside here, so we'll clean this up. But I think that's what's been going on, is that the dryer was completely blocked of ventilation, and clothes won't dry. So let's check in just a second and see how it works. Okay, we're back inside. I let it run for a bit, and a bunch of fuzz came out the vent from the outside. We'll add that to our pile of fuzz that we cleaned out of the vent tube. Let's just see. Oh yeah, it's nice and hot in there, and it's ventilating. Okay, I think we fixed our dryer. So be safe. Again, dryer vent full of fuzz or lint is a fire hazard. Be safe out there.